They saying how the bad actors are scrambling for the bad actions of gambling. Listening to the fake crypto founder who didn't have the faintest idea of smashing adult cheeks undercover. He got no kids and no progeny. He hiding on the internet telling the people he's looking for glory, controlling the minds of the brainless sheep. You had a marine guy pay for your food cause you so cheap. You look to social media for validation cause the attention serves you for your daily emasculation.
I got to stand up.
Being with you, not just
Janky, what's up? What's going on? What's happening, man? Good day, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening, everywhere you are, and everywhere I'm not. What are we doing? Be right back. Bathroom in the building. He says, I'm here for the good tunes and and greatness. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate that. I'm here for the good tunes and I hear you, man. I hear you.
Yo, they say I'm a breadwinner, some type of crypto farmer, no Pepperidge Farm, just call me Wonder. What God put together, let no man put asunder, or fall victim to the wrath of Shango's thunder.
You know, I think I'm about to drop something in a not so distant future. No expectations. Oh man, what we talk about today, man? Nothing's non-financial advice. Scratch that. It's non-financial and rice. Talk about advice. I give no advice. over here, man. Non-financial and rice. Let's think about something real quick, right? How long have y'all been around as far as this weird thing we call pulse chain? How long some of y'all been around? Did you sacrifice? Did you hear about it after the chain launched? How long you been around? I think that's important. You know why? Because it offers different points of view of things. You know, someone who's been around before Pulse, who's still around today, might have a different view than someone who just got in last month or today. You know what I mean? So it's different folks show up and they have their own ideas and opinions on how things should go. And then that's what it is, man. That's what makes up life. You know, one thing I'd like to see the people who deserve to win on this chain, to really win, the good people, not the fake good people. I always say that because there's a lot of folks here who are wolves in sheep's clothing, who are nefarious or evil and wicked, pure evil, wicked. I'm not supporting them. I'm supporting folks who put in the time, conviction to create things on the chain that's supposed to really bring some reward and has been bringing reward. I'm celebrating those individuals that happen to be sort of like trapped in the situation where you're waiting for one guy to wake up and say, today's the day to send the chain to the stratosphere and beyond. It's part of the reason why I do streams too with this. It's part of the reason. You know, folks, you have to work hard for your money. You work hard for the money. So hard for the money. You have to work hard for the money. Because you're gonna hear a weirdo like the founder tell you it's not your money. It's not your money. I'm gonna tell you easily. I'm gonna tell you flat out, it's not your money. It's not your money. It's not your money. Let me tell you, the dude has, and I say this because I don't care how it lands and sounds and stuff like that, but you know, that's not a person who's surrounded by love. I'm talking about the founder of Pulse Chain, he's not surrounded by love. Oh no, he's surrounded by, I don't know what. He's surrounded by what? Cold air, hot air, just what are you surrounded by? Not surrounded by love, which is very, very sad. Is he acting like he's surrounded by love? Exactly. What can you? No one. There you go. There you go. In the you know, battle rap sound of Thunder Marco. If you were surrounded by love, you were a perceived uber rich and crypto rich. We're talking crypto terms. You were uber rich and you surrounded by love, and you talking about you out here to make the world a better place, and you some type of giving human being. You're very giving. You call yourself a giving tree. And if you were surrounded by love in your life, in truth, would you not emit that energy outward? Clash in the building. Clash says, clash in the building. I get you mad, Wonder, but in reality, crypto is wrecked across the board. We statistically lower than when FTX crashed. Expecting X to be dollars now isn't real. I sound mad, right? I sound like I'm mad, right? I've been mad for a long time. I sound like I'm mad. I am, man. I've been. Also, there are multiple chains. Example, Jupiter, that they did buybacks to send a chain. They are now wrecked even more. You know what, Clash? You just educated me on something. I never even heard of Jupiter. I never even heard of Jupiter. Because I was just like, sort of like I'm like tunnel vision in what I like, right? What I'm into. Like I'm tunnel vision, and you know what I mean? I like the spirit, the energy of the good people that they're trying their best to yield good results on the chain. And meanwhile, the chain is being headed by somebody who is so confusing and obtuse and rigid in his thinking, which some of that has hurt the people. What I mean by that, you're rigid in talking about ladies, liquor, and leverage. You're rigid in delaying gratification and practicing ladies, liquor, and leverage by not leverage trading. If you don't know what you're doing, that's one thing. But if you did know what you're doing and you were told don't leverage trade because et cetera, and you didn't, you might have missed out on some gains. And you most certainly, if you know you delaying gratification, this and that and that and this, you may not be missing out some gains, but on the short term, you're missing out on a lot because everything is down. I mean, a lot of things this man was talking about, DCA and all this stuff, people we followed, we listened, and we paid for it. We paid for it negatively, paid net zero. Like it's just been down and down and down. Yeah, man, like this guy, not you, Clash. I'm talking about the founder. This guy, yo, some maximum disappointment, man. You know? But we're gonna talk about the surrounded by love. Yes, that's BRB. I guess some argument towards against surrounded by love is to surround oneself with stuff one love, like money. If you surround by love, what's around you reflects what you're surrounded by. What's around you, it reflects what you're surrounded by because it comes from within, right? Like if I have love within my heart, I should be able to look around me and see things that remind me of the love that I have, man. You know, like I'm just saying, unless I have it all wrong, right? Like, in other words, it's about, again, perspective. Like, I can't be, you know, like, in other words, sometimes I gotta stop and say, stop, Clash. You right. I've been mad, bro. You right. I've been mad for a long time. But it only stays here. Until I come back and I bring it back again. I bring the energy back. Yeah, I've been consistent, man. For 2 years. I've been mad for 2 years because I have not appreciated the results of what's been taking place, right? And yes, the whole crypto market bad, but I'm focused on right here, bro. This guy, bro. This guy couldn't do everything by himself. Absolutely not. I don't care what kind of Mensa candidate he is. He needed to have smarter people around him. Most certainly, more skilled, hopefully competent to do the things that he was talking about, like fork the chain, et cetera, et cetera. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed out here. He's gifted for certain things. Yeah, he could talk his butt off. He talked his butt off well enough that people gave him $1.6 billion in crypto in 2021. That's what that is a feat. That is an accomplishment and a half. That's something that you can just say, you know what? If you did nothing else in your life, you accomplished that. And that's huge, immense. People will never be able to do that. And he did. But you still have to surround yourself with competent people who are more knowledgeable, more intelligent, able to do things and make things happen. And I have a feeling he just bit off more than he can chew. Yes, macro's involved. I get macro, man. I get it. I get it. The whole thing is down. But this situation right here, it's like, I'm not saying give up. I'm talking about what he said about pivot. There's something with that signal when he's put that out there in his pre-recorded video. Pivot. Oh, you got to change up. You can't say reset, right? You can't say do-over. He can't say do-over. He can't say pivot. I mean, he said pivot, but he can't say I messed up. I'm gonna have to refork the chain on. I gotta start from scratch, because that's how it feels. Like we're at a point where something gotta give, man. Something gotta give. Like, and if he starts all over, you know how many people are not gonna, they're just gonna be like, yo, forget it. He's out of here. Like, not you starting all over, good luck, peace. I'm out of here. Some may stick around too. But something gotta give. Because it wasn't pump tires. It wasn't the tablets. Right? We see what Prove X is doing. And everything else he tried. I don't know. Yeah, you have a right to be mad, he said. You have a right to be mad. All I'm saying is, despite the time, you cannot call it over. If the market moves, you should be more worried. Only BTC will make it going forward. I remember when I was a BTC maxi, and I compared that time to now, and I'm like, damn, I came a long way. I came a long, long way. Whew. Oh. Not happy with what? I should have stayed a maxi. I should have stayed a BTC / Ethereum maxi. Those were my beginnings. And I should have just stayed there. 100%. Lot less drama. Should have stuck it out. Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's it. Started delving into other stuff. They tried to talk to me about some other things in crypto, some Binance, Tron, and all this other weirdo stuff. And it's just been down ever since. Struggling. 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 Like, it's just been, man, chasing this for that, chasing this for that, like losing. Don't ask me for any advice. This is all non-financial and rice. Non-financial and rice. Don't. Good luck if you're trying to do Bitcoin now. It ain't the same like it was 2017, 18, 19, 20, and even 21, 22, 23, 24 was down to 15, 16K, believe it or not. How about that? Different times, man. Listen to some guy and look where we're at. Dude's been in exile. What? And then the gaslighting the community, talking about they don't promote enough and too much sell pressure. Sell pressure. People scared. They don't know what they're doing. Because you looking like you don't really know what you don't have a handle. If you thought he had 99% sure that he had a handle, I'm sure now that thing dropped to like 17%. Like, this dude don't know what, man. Listen, man. Yeah. I don't know if his you see, the thing about it is, like, the techniques, whatever the strategy that he's been pulling hasn't really worked well for him. And everyone who support his thesis hasn't really worked like that. You know, because he don't have all the answers. Imagine you tell people, yo, meme coins are bad. Meme coins are garbage. JPEG. Oh, but if you want to make JPEGs, I could do them. I could do the best JPEGs. You talking that talk in 2021, 22. Then the beginning of 25, you launch a JPEG launchpad called Pump.tires. And you think it was funny creating memes like Most and just like Most Wanted and cringe, like, and late. There's a thing with him, like how he operates is somewhat like late, like he's slow with it. For some, you want to talk about giving channel, and you've been in crypto all this long time, and this is what you do, but he does things where it shows you that, yo, and people were already talking. Solana took the whole meme coin craze. The whole 2024, Solana got that. And you launch meme coin pad to compete, Pump Tires to compete with Pump.fun. Solana took that in 24. But you launched Pump.tires in 25. Like that was something that you thought was necessary, innovative, and helpful. Late. Was promoting PDAI since January 2024. Scared to mention PDAI, so he didn't, but he said there's one coin on his chain, telling Ethereum bros, Ethereum bros, you might want to get your copies on Pulse Chain. Free copies, free. World's largest airdrop. Free copies on Pulse. Ethereum bros. There's one coin that went up 5,000x. By that time, Pulse was out 8 months, 7-8 months. Ethereum bros. Up to that point, there's one coin that went up 5,000x. He wasn't talking about his core coins. He wasn't talking about Axis Alive. He wasn't talking about HOA, which those coins up to that point outperformed even PDAI. He wasn't talking about PTGC. He was talking about PDAI. Up to that point, those other coins did multiples higher than the 5,000x PDAI did up to January 2024. He was scared to say it, though, because he didn't say it. I just say scared because that's just me. But he was promoting it. Then you really put it out there. A year later after that, January 2025, talking about PDAI went 2.2 billion% on his chain, the highest. And at that point, he said that was the highest performing copy, Pulse Chain copy on his blockchain. The highest performing coin, and the coin was not just a regular coin, it was a copy. So he took the credit, like, yeah, it's my chain, you get the free copies, but this free copy, there's one coin out of all the copies that did the best, performed the best out of the whole chain, 2.2 billion%. What's that, 2.2 million X? Of course, you're going to praise that because that's you. Over all the other coins, too. Especially the previous ones I mentioned, over all the Solid X and all that, over all them. Teddy Bear, be square, be share, be queer, whatever. Then March hits, and it was just I'm saying March of 2025, and he's issuing 30 plus tweets about how P Dye is bad, and the people who were promoting it were just as bad. Will you talk about yourself too, sir? Did he put himself in that equation? No, of course not. Of course not. He promoted it too. This is the fakeness, the fake fraudulent ways of him that I don't respect. You talk bad about the people who shill that they were wicked and evil. May not have used those terms, but say they were just as bad and culpable because they led people to slaughter to become victimized by the extractor, the P Dye extractor. But you shilled it too. You shilled it too. You were a promoter too. You did that. 2 months prior, you put 2.2 billion and all these numbers. No one else did that. Fraud. I don't like that. Too much money on the line for you to be emitting so much fraudulent mistakes to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing too much. There's too much money on the line for you to just come out here and you're so transparent that people could see all the errors, all the craziness that creates real fear, real uncertainty, real doubt from the top, and then wonders why people don't like them, and then wonders why folks, the minute they get a chance to sell, they sell. It could be for a multitude of reasons, but you think he didn't contribute to them selling? Of course he did. Of course he has. Come on, bro. This guy, like, yo, all this time, you this hiding thing. Like, can you ever really come back and reclaim whatever position you thought in your mind that you had? Can you really come back and reclaim and repair this reputation of his that he damaged? You know what I'm saying? And get the people to win you. You think he could return and win the crowd over again? Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. Who am I to know? I don't know what the future could hold, but like this, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. You did too much damage. Irreparable. It's crazy. So you got to be in hiding and work from afar. I don't know. You think this helps the situation? This doesn't help. How has this helped? You're not Satoshi. He thinks he could do what other people have done better. He thinks he could copy some work that other people have done and make it better. You said you could have did better memes than any meme out there, but you don't care for them because you think they're JPEGs and they have no value. You launched an entire meme pad that nobody cares about. Nobody cared about a year ago and definitely don't care about it today. Damn, bro, you won some case against the SEC and nobody cares. You're trying to glaze Donald Trump campaign, jumping on his campaign in 2024, glazing. Back to back glaze. And no one cares. No one throws him anything his way. That's why I tell you, not surrounded by love. There's no love there. You want to engender goodwill and fellowship among your common, among your people. You have that energy has to well up within you, has to come from within you. And you share it, you disperse it, you give it. He's void of that. It's sad, bro. It's sad because our money tied up into that. Come on, bro. Our money tied up into his void, into his hollow, into the hollowness of who he is and his personality. Our money is tied in that. How you think we're gonna make it out of this one? Well, we got to fill it up with more sacrifice money. We got to fill up his empty void, bottomless pit of a void within him, shallow, by him issuing sacrifice after sacrifice. It'll never get filled up. It's just a constant money pit, drain. Yo, this fool got to prove me wrong. He got to prove me wrong. Don't care. It's a conundrum. How do one get in before stuff pop? As in not going in on, oh my God, it's 1,000,000,000%, let's go. Why is it going down? I don't know what can offer solace. I don't know what can offer answer. Like as far as you could say, like it was mentioned before, there's macroeconomic conditions at play, right? That force things to appear the way they are, like things going down in the world. You got wars going on affecting gas prices, all kinds of stuff going on, right? Digital ID craze, all kinds of weird. These are weird times. It's always been weird times and always will be issues and stuff like that. I don't know. But I could understand and see certain patterns and behaviors and history and look at how this guy has behaved, and it hasn't helped his chain. Like his absence alone caused the chain to take a hit, hit the market in a certain way where you're like, yo, what is this? You gotta either make decisions for yourself. You're like, it's either you believe, you don't believe, or you in between. Maybe you're indifferent, maybe you die hard, maybe you this, maybe you that. Like the absence of this person who's supposed to have been this positive role model in crypto, the absence of this person did not help anything within the last 3 years as far as lend a positive image outlook on everything going on. The absence of loan alone made the core coins take a hit all together. Like anything attached. Where's the founder? Oh, absent. Where's the founder? Oh, hiding. Where's the founder? On the run. Where's the founder? We don't know. Like that shit didn't work with Pulse. That shit didn't help Pulse. Whatever. You don't want to get caught by whoever. You're on the run for safety and you pretending that you're not. You had to tell people 2-3 years back, you bulletproof and you safe. You're bulletproof and safe. That just screams you're not safe. You're scared. You're running. You're hiding. What are you hiding from? What is it, bro? Did you do some wrong shit? Are you a criminal? Are you guilty? What is this? That shit all contributed to the hits his core coins took. It had an effect. You can't say it hasn't. Like nobody could say it hasn't in good faith. Like just in good faith. You can't say that his absence hasn't hurt the chain. They didn't want to tell you he called the people sell pressure. On top of that, still years later, wants to call the community sell pressure. Wants to tell the community they need to stop begging to get free airdrops of the Prove X. Stop asking why should the sacrifice set people who sacrifice get an airdrop of Prove X. That's akin to y'all begging. They want to beg volunteers to issue free tablets. Another fiasco. Like it's constant. It's repetitive. It's damaging. And then people are just trying to fight against that, trying to pretend and be like super bullish, like on a blind level where you're like, damn, that's so unhealthy. It's very, very unhealthy. And you're looking at something happen where it's like, yo, something gotta give. You're already watching it give. Like break, something has to break. Something will be the pressure bust pipes. And it's been down. So the pipes have already burst. 95 down, down, down. And then want to issue tweets. Oh, he's seen 95 down with BTC, 95 down with ETH. Like you talking all this extra talk because you know you've been down. You know you've let your community down. He let himself down. And you think adding more sacrifices, you think gaslighting the people, you think talking shit, you think deflecting, he thinks ignoring will help pump, ignoring the truth, blocking the truth, muting the truth, telling the people in the community to basically anybody who speaks against him are just haters and just ghost them. He thinks that's the move. That's something that is going to help turn things around for him and the chain and everything. What? When you talk about somebody who has so many things all wrong, it's embarrassing. It's crazy. When you talk about somebody who's had it all wrong, like damn, dude, you've got this all wrong. I'm not a computer coder, developer, anything like that. I apply common sense. There's no way you could imagine and believe that your absence was going to help your chain perform exceedingly well. Because look what history has shown. You had a nasty battle, a scary battle, to be real, that you won. A scary battle versus the Securities Exchange Commission. Oh, shit. That missile was launched July of 2023, the end of July. I want to say July 30th, maybe. The community found out he was issued. SEC was going after him. It was all downhill ever since. And remains downhill. And guess what? Beat the SEC. You beat the SEC in your absence. You thinking like your absence helped the situation. Would help the situation. You beat the SEC and you've been absent, and has it helped the situation? No, it's made it worse. It's made it worse. You missed the bull run. You missed a small bull run that took place in 24 and 25. You missed that. Your chain was up and running. You missed that. Been absent. Does the absence help? No, it doesn't. DJ Cryptomatic, what's going on, man? Y'all should follow DJ Cryptomatic, man. An avid supporter in Pulse Chain. If you really rock with Pulse Chain still and you want some positive vibes, like uplifting vibes, go watch DJ Cryptomatic on Twitch. He's spinning the tunes. Get your spirits up, right? Because over here, you're going to feel away if you keep listening to me talk about Pulse. You're not going to be happy. If you all, whatever, go, you want to feel good, and go listen to some DJ Cryptomatic on the ones and twos, man. You know? And look, Cryptomatic, when you come through, I got to always say it, man. Like, the work you've done, bar none. Like, the constant, the conviction you have, I have to respect it, man. That's the truth. For years, consistent amidst all the craziness going on. My tune has severely changed. I still rock with Cryptomatic because I see, in general, the dude, like in a sense where, like, when you made your mind into doing something and you know your contributions and your efforts are coming from a good place, and you and then you're delivering some dope ass tunes, creating a vibe, right? So people could come together and just all around feel good. What is to hate about that? Gotta support that, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the founder, but don't mean that he's the founder. He ain't no founder. He's a regular person like me. I'm talking about Cryptomatic. It's what it is, man. That's why I tell y'all, getting that man support on his channel and with the tunes that he rocked. Yeah, you're not gonna hear me talk about next all-time high for the core coins that this weirdo founder has done because of his behavior, but I appreciate good work. Like, I've seen it, and like I say, if you good, I appreciate good work. If you're a good person, you're good with me. You know what I mean? Like, you're not grifting, you're not taking advantage. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking advantage of nobody, a soul out here. And that goes for all the good people that put in work still to this day. The good ones who don't lie, the good ones who don't deceive, the good ones who don't pretend to be something that they're not, the good ones who don't steal, like, you know, grift, like, seriously, because this community has been a breeding ground. You see, a breeding ground for criminals to continue to do criminal activity and to pillage and to hurt people. I don't support any of that. That's another thing about it that disgusts me. And it happens in every other chain too. I get that. But over here it's nasty work. They want to gatekeep people for speaking truth, but you don't want to gatekeep criminals, or at least call them out with the nonsense behavior, the wicked shit that people have done here, and pretend like they're benevolent. Come on, bro. And that doesn't get called out. That gets ignored, swept under the rug, right? Right. Fake. I'm saying, I don't. This is weird time. Like I said, this is something that I feel, and I don't know if this will ever happen, but I believe this is something that should be studied as far as a case study. This thing going on with Pulse should be studied as far as a case study to talk about the psychology behind the inner workings of some type of blockchain situation and its community. And you got to go deeper before the blockchain. You got to go to where this guy launched the Ethereum derivative and was streaming for hours on end, building a community where it's become so polarizing, where it's like a cult. And this needs to be studied in future academic halls and institutions throughout the world to see the pros and cons involved with all of this. And there's so many cons. It's dangerous, because a person could lose themselves and don't know how they got there. You get yourself involved with something like this, you could lose yourself and don't know how you got there, and you have nothing to show for it except maybe a magnet or a pen that you picked up from going to some kind of meetup, a Hex Pulse Chain Tour meetup, meet and greet. You might get a t-shirt or magnet to put on your refrigerator. That's all you got. But you threw everything, your life savings, your retirement, 401k, whatever, 403b, Money you borrowed from some loan shark or drug dealer. You just threw it all. Your house money, everything. You fucking now divorced. Or your lady and your family got rid of you. You excommunicate, you excommunicado, you out, you that's it. You got nothing. Because you threw it all in this, thinking that you're supposed to become enriched to then enter a fictitious place called Hexaco. Dangerous stuff right here, bro. This ain't regular. This isn't regular. This is not. This is not regular, man. Dangerous. You playing with fire. It's not cool when you talk to somebody about this, like I did in the past, not recently, but in the past. And then they take the chance to get involved, and then look what it's turned out to be. And then they look at you like you complicit because you spoke about it. You think that's cool? But this guy's telling you you're not promoting. What am I promoting? Failure? What am I promoting? You realize inflating Hex was a problem. The whole inflation that's tied to Hex, you realize that was a major, major problem. You realize it's a fundamental problem, right? That's why you stake the entire thing 15 years. Keep staking it, throwing it out. Just throw it out. Because you see it was a problem, right? But you would talk about this thing as Nobel Peace Prize worthy. Everybody who made some money early, congrats. You the real winners. Everyone who had money on Hex and sold and made money, right? Sold and made money. You sold and made money. Not just did a 10, 15 year. The first 2 years you got your pay. You got your payday. Congrats. Everyone else who bought into the 15 year, who bought into that, suffered. That's not something that I wish. That's just something that's occurring. Unless you got the big bags where you can. This was what was happening before he decided to take OA bags and stake them 15 years. People were rotating these stakes. They were rotating hundreds of millions of units, rotating them every 15 days, 30 days, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 6 days, 1 week, rotating them. Like, where's the conviction? Where's the 15 year? I don't see any 15 year thing. I did a video I did streams on that. I'm like, huh? 400 million units, stake 15 days. I didn't understand. I'm like, what they doing? Oh, they living off the proceeds. They could do that for as long as whenever. Oh, that's what they got going on. That's what they doing. No, it's not. You don't see that anymore. Why? Because dude took the OA bags and threw it out 15 years. Why you did that? Because you saw fundamental flaws, fundamental issues. Inflation was a problem. Because who else could come behind the first generation and really catch up to the first generation? The same. It's not happening. Who else could come behind the first generation, right? The people who really got the heaviest bags. Who else could come out? The whales, sharks, whatever, and think you're going to really compete with that? When they're going to continuously dump, because you'll never be able to have what they got. Because they keep pushing it out. They keep doing what they're doing because the system was designed a certain way. And who this guy does? He favors the whales. Who does he gift and reward? during the sacrifice phases, the bonus leaderboard and all this stuff, get free bonuses. You favor whales over everybody else. What do you do with ProveX? You think he didn't do the same thing? Of course. And ProveX is down and down and down. So everybody who sacrificed, those who sacrificed in the pool made a killing, because it was set up for that. Money grab. It's set up for that. What do you think? You think you really care about privacy? No middlemen? No, it was just a gamble. It was a play. I said this already. What's the token used for? What's the token good for? Oh, it's scarcity, this and that, deflationary, and all this. What, huh? Huh? This guy wilding, bugging out, and then we falling for it. If you're not careful, you fall for it. You got to be careful. You got to see things from open eyes. Why? Don't even like listen to me. Like, I'm just trying to give you a different perspective, because I used to give you another perspective. I used to be the one that tell you, yo, hold on. I used to be the one that tell you that, yo, this guy figured out crypto. He figured it out over everybody else. He figured it out. I used to be that guy. Tell you, yo, listen, we one day closer to the next all-time high. I used to say these things because I thought what I was saying was the right thing. I thought I was doing the right thing. Because I don't wake up with my goal set to just talk gibberish online to trick people and to end up, for people to end up experiencing loss. Financial loss, financial hardship, misery. Nah, that's not my MO. I did this because I enjoy streaming too. Come on, man. I see things from many sides of the coin, many sides. And the side that he got himself in is not a good side. Because now, if you want to respect 4 cycles, people got so whatever, they don't even think about 4 cycles anymore. They don't think about the 4 cycles. They don't think about Bitcoin. They don't think about how 6 months after every Bitcoin halving, you see the beginnings of the next bull run. They don't think about none of that. They don't think about that. They don't think about how that bull run generally lasts 12 months on average. They don't think about that. They don't think about that bull run. If you follow that model, that bull run ended maybe last fall. Last year in the fall, September, October, November. They don't think about what that means, that, okay, we could be in another bear market for 2 to 3 years. They don't think about that. They think about other things. Oh no, this could be an extended bull. Where does it even feel like there's an extended bull? Did Bitcoin break 127K? Did Bitcoin touch 130K? No. Oh, what's ETH doing? Because we follow those two. So it's a bear. And what happened now that's going to tell you that, oh, this bear is going to just be 12 months? I heard somebody say, and you could tell he's very new, naive, and gullible, that the bear market this year will just last 12 months. Like, who, where, in what reality are you in? Like, I'm like, oh, he's way off. Like, I don't always have it right either, man. No, don't get me wrong. I just follow patterns. That's all. Especially with this crypto thing, I follow patterns. And people missed it. People, like the majority, including RH, messed it up, missed it. Those who were smart, who launched their own coins, who launched their own memes, right? Who did a sacrifice and all that, those are the ones who won. the people who traded and shit, right? Those who sold Pulse and not DCA, they just sold when it went 2.5, 3x, they won. The people who got into all these other coins, HOA, Access Alive, PTGC, they won. They won, etc. Solid X, Schmex, Tex, Blex, Wex, Wex, they won. P-Die, they won. Don't tell me about no damn cause. You know? Oh, Core. This dude don't even have it in him to even shout out Maxis anymore. The last time he did that was the fall of 2023 on Twitter. He can't even shout out. He can't even say where my Maxis at. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. That's how it is, y'all. And what are the prices doing right now? What are the prices? I don't even want to look. I'm not even gonna look. You know, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. Like the chickens are gonna come home to roost. You know what I mean? The chicken's gonna come home to roost. Straight like that. It's already started. Like I've especially the last, like I would say last 6 months, I've seen sort of like this uprising take place. I've seen it like among a different category of groups of people in the community, different from like those who, you know, like anonymous accounts to very popular shillfluencers in the community. I've seen the whole tides have changed. I've seen it since he started talking about that tablets nonsense last summer, that tablets bullshit, till now, people not pleased with at all. Like at all. Like enough is enough. Forget about all your bullshit rhetoric. Pump your chain, because people been working. That's another thing too. You tell them about so people could work this and that. Yeah, that SEC thing, no work for mothers, don't no expectation. Get out of here with that. Everybody had expectations. Everybody did. They're gonna lie to you if they didn't because they want to buy into the brainwashing. That's cool. And you don't want to expose yourself online and in public. You had expectations, man. Anyway, folks are tired. Just do what you gotta do, sir, and that's it. Because people are tired. People are tired. Well, it don't matter what part of the spectrum you on. Spectrum. Shout out to the people on the spectrum. And if you're in the community and you're on the spectrum, shout out to you. But it doesn't matter where you fall, whatever you believe in the situation. If you're still around here, it's like, yo, you tired. I get it, because you've been around for a long time. You're like, yo, what gives? What's going on? If you believe in something, keep believing in something. Hopefully it's yielding good results. If it's not, then you might want to reassess and reevaluate some stuff. Because otherwise, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. Like last year to me was make it or break it. Last year broke it. So I'm just watching here. Last year was make it or break it for me. If you don't pump this thing with whatever bull market we got, if this thing don't go up, it's a wrap. For whatever type of bull market that last year was, this didn't catch up, this didn't perform, nothing happened. So I'm like, yo, this is done, cooked. So right now it's just cooked, still cooked even more. Cooked even more. Living in some type of paradox. A reverse parallel universe where when things are down is how you win. Come on, bro. When new lows. When new lows. He needs to prove the naysayers wrong. He needs to prove I'm wrong. When I say he's a scammer, because that's what he's doing, he's just scamming. He needs to prove me wrong, because that's the thing. It don't matter what I believe, and I don't care what other people believe. Oh, he's not a malicious actor and all this. How could he be a malicious actor? I mean, it boggles my mind. To still be tweeting. He's still around. I mean, he's tweeting. He's still around. You're going to put yourself through all this and be a malicious. I don't care about none of that. Pump the chain and help the people who deserve it win. I don't care. I think he's scamming. Period. Prove me wrong. If it matters to him, he's going to prove me wrong. If it matters to him, he's going to prove me and everybody else who think like me wrong. A lot of people butthurt. A lot of people are annoyed. They can't take what I have to say. I don't care. I don't do this for popularity. I do this because it's the right thing in my heart to do, to help people understand they're not alone, to help people understand like, yo, this is weird. This is crazy. What is this? Huh? Yeah, that's why I do it. Because I'm rewarded in other ways. I don't do this and drop referral links to be like, yo, let me line you up so you could click this referral link, right? To join a Binance, something, or Solana, some, or some Jupiter, something, and get wrecked. It's crazy how a tweet came out about him, an old tweet too. See, he just, the contradictions are so crazy. It's like, yo, this guy meant to be a piece of garbage. Like, he's supposed to be a billionaire with Bitcoin. This is why I tell you, like, he sold that shit. Whatever Bitcoin he had, he sold. That's why he was crying to Ivan on Tech. You're supposed to have been some kind of, mining free Bitcoin and all this and all that. So why are you crying? Got all this billions of big money worth of Bitcoin, right? Why are you crying to another man, a younger man, on a stream? Talk about because you sold that shit. You didn't have it no more. And during that time is when, like, he issued a tweet 3 weeks, so same month, BitConnect scammed. The same month BitConnect scammed in January 2018. The founder of Pulse Chain sent a tweet out with referral links to chains like Binance and such. People use referral links to sort of like recruit, to onboard, right? To get people to click onto your link so you can make a percentage off of whatever monies they put from clicking onto your link and getting into whatever platform you're promoting. Why would a billionaire or a centimillionaire, right? A decamillionaire, why would somebody with millions bother themselves and put referral links on their fucking profile or in a post of any kind? What crypto peer of his, what blockchain founder of his does that, has done that, like really on the level, seriously? Because he's that greedy? He's that greedy? Don't make sense. A billionaire putting referral links on your posts in 2018? This was before Hex. This is before Hex. I don't think he's ever seen big money before in his life. I should be more anonymous. Salute to I should be more anonymous. Post Chain Wheezy, what's going on, man? He says, I love this series, Not Financial and Rice. Peace, peace, peace. Are you serious? Oh man, you gotta. How's it been proven? I should be more anonymous. What do you mean? Like, what happened? Share the wealth. Wow, this guy. Yeah, and he won't. He won't. Someone else is using his account on X. Wow. I'm not surprised. It's weird. And how does this all help the chain? All this just you in isolation, like this, man, bruh. And it's true, like the person Clash said, macro. I used to look at crypto a certain way, and I'm like, yo, this shit's still the same. Hasn't changed. I should have remained a Bitcoin and Ethereum maxi. That's where I messed up. True to form. 100%. All this other stuff, fly by night, Safe Moon, Shiba Inu, Doge, what Doge did, and all these other nondescript, these NFTs, right? Bored Yacht Apes, Yacht Club, all that crazy, these anomalies, these outliers that just performed just crazily. I should have just stuck with Bitcoin and ETH. Call it a day. Oh yeah, Ethereum. No, it's not real crypto because World Economic Forum got them in their pocket and all that. I should have stuck with Bitcoin and ETH. Y'all could keep all this other weird shit going on, but it's too late. Yo. Oh man, it's about that time, y'all. About that time. Thanks for rocking with me this long, man. Maybe I should drop the link. Maybe should I feel like dropping the link today, man. Hear what y'all got to talk about. If anybody want to jump on the stream, I'll put a link out. I used to do that. This time last year, I was dropping links like crazy, not referral links. Streaming on a reg. This time last year, was it this time last year? Oh, 2 years ago for sure. I was on one 2 years ago, man. It was the Glizzy series of people dropping Glizzy coins, all kinds of garbage. All kinds of, when they made it so easy to make coins on Pulse Chain, that created a monster situation, man. When you were able to create coins on Pulse Chain, that just made things worse. Have at it. And it just, man. In any case, good people, God bless. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your morning, the rest of your evening, noon, night. And let me be clear again with the referral link thing, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that I have never shared a referral link, because I have. But the links that I've shared won't deliver you to Rectville, like a StreamYard referral link. For example, I used to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's for you to, sign up to StreamYard, you use my referral link and keep it trucking. And maybe it comes up regular when I use StreamYard. That's cool, whatever. But you're not going to join some situation that's going to, exit scam on you and there's no recourse. Like what crypto affords people still to this day. Out of control, man. Out of control. Good rocking with y'all. I'm going to catch y'all later.